Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the three amigos. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great, cautiously optimistic.
I like that. And Dion, how are you?
Howdy, doing great. Glad I'm not a real estate agent. Ready for round 3.
Yeah, and you will see why in just a moment. So, guys, we together finally broke down, and we're going to put some numbers behind a claim that I've started saying this week. I'm now saying that housing is headed into a depression. Now, let's be very clear. This is not the U.S. economy. This is not the world economy. But if you are paid, if your beak gets wet because of a housing transaction, you better get ready for a depression. Inside the housing market, lots of people get paid, appraisers, inspectors, all of these things. When transactions fall, all of those jobs will be impacted. I want to look at only 2 of them, mortgage brokers and real estate agents. And I want to highlight how bad it is going to be. You guys ready for this?
Ready.
So you guys help me with this. We'll do mortgage brokers first. So would it surprise you that the total mortgage originations in 2021 was $4.4 trillion? That's purchase and refis.
It seems light.
That's it's a record. I think a normal year.
Massive number. It's
Yeah.
massive.
A normal year is 2.8. Just so people know. So 4.4 was nutty.
Well,
And
if you drop interest rates to historical lows, it kind of makes sense that people, if they have half a brain, would refinance.
and if you kept them there for 2 years, they might refi a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 really smart people might tell you to pull the equity out so that you're ready for when rates go up.
If the person doesn't do that, what does that make them? Real quick.
One word, retired.
Well played, Dion. Well played. I would have guessed that was the answer. But it's still well played.
Yeah, well done.
So let's talk about the origination business. I don't think so if we just say that the origination business crashes 50%, which I think is light, because if you're in the business, you know that refis are down 83%.
Yeah.
And I think purchases go down 50%. So the blended average will be less than or more than 50%, but let's just assume 50%. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if people know this. When I talk about getting your beak wet, brokers make about 1.5% commission on originations when you look at the whole pool, right? The company, the broker, lots of people get paid because of a loan, right? So I did the math. Let me just look at it. I should have written it down. So again, mortgage originations, $4.4 trillion. That equals $66 billion in commission last year. So if you cut that in half, it's kind of an easy number, right? 33.
For all you top performing mortgage brokers out there, lumberjacklandlord@gmail. If you have a Lamborghini that you would like to loosen, I am looking and shopping actively.
Yeah. But I mean, that's why I say a depression is coming. If you're in the mortgage industry, I don't know what I'm not sure. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. You're in a depression. There is half the commission flying around, which means you need to be cut. Your competition needs to be cut in half. A lot of people are going to starve or leave the business. Would you guys agree with that? What do you think, Dion?
I agree with that. And I think people are going to need to be creative. I have a friend who works in title, and her role is community outreach, getting people to use their title company. This is the year to be creative, to keep that business coming in the door. Mm-hmm. And then I think agents can look at the way Graham Stephan did this. He was starting out and had inconsistent income. But if you're an agent and all of a sudden your income is either going away or inconsistent, look at something like leases.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of leases signed, and you might not make enough money to be super rich, but you'll carry yourself through the recession to the point where you can hopefully start adding rentals yourself, like he did, to reach financial freedom, and then do whatever you want.
Yeah. This is about surviving. Again, you need to survive to thrive. The real estate agents, mortgage brokers, title companies that get past this will be in an amazing, you have years head start because you'll have the Rolodex, the battle wounds, the stars, and hopefully you bought some assets that were depressed. But a lot of them just aren't going to make it. It just aren't going to make it. So thoughts on that, Matt?
I mean, I've told, certainly my agent, my rental agent, I had to convince her to stay a rental agent about 8 months ago. I had to convince her. I was like, do not leave this behind. You are going to have the most consistent income over the next 2 years. She's like, but everybody, don't want to hear it. I promise you will make a lot more money than they will in the next 2 or 3 years. And so I know Emma wanted to take a different path. We talked about it a lot. I didn't want to lose her. She's really good at what she does. And so I told her, I said, look at the numbers. I'm telling you. And she's looking at the numbers. And I said, how much is your income down from month to month? She goes, it's up. I go, you're it. You're it. Talk to everybody else in the office. Everybody else in the office. Is their last 3 months as good as the first 3 months of the year? Is the next 3 months going to be worse than your last 3? Yep. It's going to get worse. And so you're now in a position where you can take on the single family home that's a rental that's going to then now sell. That's a relationship that you have. But most importantly, you're going to have more consistent income than any of these other agents. And except for maybe that top tier, the top 5%, maybe. But the next 15, more than definitely. And the next 80, not even close. Like that bottom 80, 40% of them are going away.
I totally agree. So let's talk about real estate agents, because I don't think people realize, right? We had 6.9 million transactions last year. So if you simply take the median home price, which I think was 463 or 473, and you do the math, that's $3.2 trillion. Now, if you go in and you take 5% of that, right, that's $150 million or billion dollars in commission. Same deal. That's getting whacked in half. And again, I don't know if you guys know this, but we had record licensed real estate agents last year. We won't have record licensed real estate agents this year. It's going to be a hard living.
We will have a record number of bill collectors.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeing. I'm seeing all of these bill collectors. We have a number of them around us that are hiring, and they're signing bonuses in the whole 9 yards. And it's not around the houses yet. I don't think it will be largely, but it's certainly around cars. It's certainly around cars. All of these places, all the tow trucks in our area, it's crazy. They're never in the yards anymore. I drive past 2 of them on my way to one of my properties. They have 6 trucks. They are never there. And that lot is more full than I have ever seen.
Yeah. Repossessions. I think repossessions I saw the other day was, or late pays, 90-day late pays was over 5%. It wasn't even that bad in 08.
No. Stimmy check went bye-bye.
Yeah.
Spent
Well,
on a car.
stimulus ballers.
Yeah. Stimmy ballers.
Well, and there's a lot of people out there that thought, I can't afford a new car, so I'm going to go find a 3-year-old car, and paid more than what new cars could go for.
Yeah.
Because of the chip shortage and what was going on with used cars. And it's now hitting.
Yeah. And let's not, and really what I saw, and I actually thought of you, Matt, when I saw this, exotic cars are up almost at 5%. So again, a lot of stimulus ballers, crypto boys, they're getting behind on their Lambos and Ferraris. It's going to be a problem.
I might even buy 2, Mike. It might be such a good deal. I might buy 2.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah.
BOGO.
I told Lebo, I said, listen, all of the crypto guys and all those guys that are out there crushing it, that are no longer crushing it, I'm expecting you to be the agent to the stars that you are, and me, and get me the 2-for deal, the house and the Lambo already in the garage. I don't have no more work needed. I think you can do it.
I think he can. So again, I don't say real estate depression to scare you or get clicks. I say it because I really believe it. If your beak gets wet because of real estate transactions, it is going to be a rough year or 2. This not meant to scare you. It's meant to prepare you so you can, like Brian Lebo says, what is your mall? Months of life. Brian's whacked his expenses already. He got prepared for this. Dude, that's all. He's a great broker making tons of money. He whacked expenses. Others should, real estate agents, mortgage brokers, listen to Brian Lebo, Months of Life. We did a video on my channel. Go watch him, Lebo Group. It's amazing. But for us, because we got prepared, we're actively looking for deals. It's going to be amazing. Motivated sellers are out there. They're a little, I just want everybody to realize they're out there today, but they're not really easy to see. There's a lot of wish pricing and, bogus listings going on. You wait 60, 90 days. Trust me, with every fiber of my body, you will start seeing in the MLS these words: must sell. And oh, by the way, they will be the first 2 words. They will be all caps, and that will be signed, folks, of a motivated seller. Dion, are you ready?
I am ready. And here is a quick wrap-up warning for people that are real estate agents. And this is a warning. So if you're an agent or a lender or you're helping investors, hopefully we give this warning to people. When people say, I'm going to quit my job and get into real estate. So there goes most of your lending options that makes real estate very attractive when you're first starting out. It doesn't put you dead in the water. It's just something we should advise against.
Yes, agreed.
If you've been a real estate agent on the side for the last year and you've listed some properties, you've been the selling agent, this is not the month to quit your job and go full time in real estate. This is the, if you've got buyers lined up, that looks a little better. But the next year, listing agents are not going to have the same experience they had last year.
Totally.
So keep the W-2, grow the side hustle, get it consistent, get repeat customers, and then make that change.
Great advice. Matt, what you got?
What Dion said, that's exactly it. Like, you need to have multiple streams of income. Now is not the time to, be really entrepreneurial and become a real estate agent. It is not, because it's going to come down to relationships and network. And if you're getting into real estate, those are the 2 most important things. And you don't have enough of those to keep your head above water, to move enough product to make it meaningful. Keep it a side hustle, keep the real job. No one's ever died from working 2 jobs or 3 jobs at the same time. So keep that ball rolling, because that's going to be the best way to do it. And quite frankly, it'll make you the most resistant to failure, certainly far more than everybody else.
Yeah, the one thing I would close with is back to the noise and the muck that we're all in. If you're a real estate agent or a mortgage broker, you might be busy, but busy with people who don't qualify or are scared, or people who want to sell, don't need to sell. Time is your scarcest asset. A lot of people today probably are lying to themselves saying, my Rolodex is full or my pipeline's full. Your pipeline's full of crap. Qualify. Never stop networking. Tell everybody your buy box. Tell people what you do. Network. You'll get through this and you will thrive when this all turns around. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.